he shall burn incense upon it. And when Aharon lights the lamps between the evenings, so again, between the evenings, we get that between the evenings, so that let you know, say, one day I stop, and one day I start, because you can't get between the evenings no other time. So between the evenings, this is what you are do. He shall burn incense on it, a continuing incense before Yahweh throughout your generations. Throughout your generations. What does that mean? Throughout your generations. That's a similarity of forever, because the generations still not stop. I don't know, but them say this done away with. So let's see. Do not offer strange incense upon it, or an ascending offering, or a grain offering, or do not pour a drink offering upon it. And Aharon shall make atonement upon its horns once a year with the blood of the crime offering of atonement. Once a year he makes atonement upon it throughout your generations. It is most Kadash to Yahweh. And Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, when you take the census of the children of Yasharal to register them, then each one shall give an atonement for his life to Yahuwah when you register them, so that there is no plague. Alright guys, shalom shalom, welcome back to the channel. Shabbat shalom. It is Yom HaKaparim, or what they call a day of atonement. So it is the only day they would say good morning, because it is good for be mourning about the crimes that we have committed and make atonement from them. So it's a good thing to be mourning, but again, mourning is when you grieve. So you grieve. It's not a fun feast day. It's not a eat good food feast day. It's a day of fasting, afflicting your being. And we're going to see exactly what this is looking through the script. So we have to start when it first mentioned in Shemoth, or what they call Exodus chapter 30. Let's start from the beginning. And you shall make a slaughter place to burn incense on. Make it of acacia wood, a cubit long and a cubit wide. It is a square, and 2 cubits high. Its horns of the same. And you shall overlay its top and its sides all around, and its horns with clean gold. And you shall make for it a molding of gold all around. So this is really talking about what it's supposed to be for, what you're supposed to put on it. Ray. So I'm going to jump down to verse 7. And Aharon shall burn on it sweet incense morning by morning, or bukar by bukar, which is the AM. So every AM, this is what I'm supposed to do. And as he tends the lamps, he shall burn incense upon it. And when Aharon lights the lamps between the evenings, so again, between the evenings, we get that between the evenings, so that let you know, say, one day I stop, and one day I start, because you can't get between the evenings no other time. So between the evenings, this is what you are do. He shall burn incense on it, a continuing incense before Yahuwah throughout your generations. Throughout your generations. What does that mean? Throughout your generations. That's a similarity of forever, because the generations still not stop. I don't know, but them say this done away with. So let's see. Do not offer strange incense upon it, or an ascending offering, or a grain offering, or do not pour a drink offering upon it. And Aharon shall make atonement upon its horns once a year with the blood of the crime offering of atonement. Once a year he makes atonement upon it throughout your generations. It is most Kadash to Yahuwah. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, when you take the census of the children of Yasharal to register them, then each one shall give an atonement for his life to Yahuwah when you register them, so that there is no plague among them when you register them. Everyone among those who are registered is to give this half a shekel according to the shekel of the Kadash place, 20 garals being a shekel, The half shekel is the contribution to Yahweh. Everyone passing over to be registered from 20 years old and above gives a contribution to Yahweh. The rich does not give more, and the poor does not give less than half a shekel. And when you give a contribution to Yahweh to make atonement for yourselves, and you shall take the silver for the atonement for the children of Yasharal, and give it for the service of the tent of appointment. And it shall be to the children of Yasharal for a remembrance before Yahuwah, to make an atonement for yourself. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, and you shall make a basin of bronze, with its stand also of bronze for washing, and you shall put it between the tent of appointment and the slaughter place, and shall put water in it. And Aharon and his sons shall wash from it their hands and their feet when they go into the tent of appointment, or when they come near the slaughter place to attend to burn an offering made by fire to Yahuwah. They wash with their water, lest they die. Whoa, that's steep. And they shall wash their hands and their feet, lest they die. So them have to clean. You have to clean before you come. And it shall be a law forever to them, to him and his seed throughout their generations. So this is a talk about the priestly tribe, because it's a specifically talk about Aharon and his sons. So the Luim tribe, or who them called the Levites, this for them forever. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, and take for yourself choice spices, 500 shekel of liquid myrrh, and half as much, 250 of sweet-smelling cinnamon, and 250 of sweet-smelling can, and 500 of cassia, according to the shekel of the Kadash place, and a hin of olive oil. And you shall make for these a Kadash anointing oil, a compound blended, the work of a perfumer. It is a Kadash anointing oil. And with it you shall anoint the tents of appointment, and the ark of the witness, and the table and all its utensils, and the lampstand and its utensils, and the slaughter place of incense, and the slaughter place of ascending offering with all its utensils, and the basin and its stand. And you shall make them Kadash, and they shall be most Kadash. Whatever touches them is to be Kadash. And you shall anoint Aharon and his sons, and make them Kadash, or placed apart, what the CH would call HOLY, to serve as priests to me. And speak to the children of Yasharal, saying, this is a Kadash anointing oil to me throughout your generations. It shall not be poured on the flesh of a man, and make no other like it according to its composition. It is Kadash, it is Kadash to you. Whoever compounds any like it, and whoever puts any of it on a stranger, shall be cut off from his people. That's it, don't use that oil. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, take sweet spices, fragrant gum, and cinnamon, and galbanam, and clear frankincense with these sweet spices, all in equal amounts. Then you shall make of these an incense, a compound work of a perfumer, malak, or SALT, clean and Kadash. And you shall beat some of it very fine, and put some of it before the witness in the tent of appointment, where I meet with you. It is most Kadash to you. And the incense which you make, do not make any for yourselves according to its composition. It is Kadash to you for Yahuwah. Whoever makes any of it to smell it, he shall be cut off from his people. So we see that. We're going to go back up to verse 9 and 10, because that's where it talks about the altar. You do not offer any strange incense upon it, or an ascending offering, or a grain offering, and do not pour a drink offering over it. And Aharon shall make atonement upon its horns once a year with the blood of the crime offering of atonement. Once a year he makes atonement upon it throughout your generations. It is most Kadash to Yahuwah. So what does that tell you about this day here? It is most kadash to Yahweh. You don't do your regular ascending offerings, grain offerings, none of them. An atonement is made upon it once per year with the blood of the crime offering of atonement. Once a year, throughout your generations. How long is that? When does that end? Tell me. I'd like to know. It is most kadash, most placed apart to Yahuwah. So there we have part 1 of this, starting with Shemoth, the first introduction of the atonement. So we kind of get to see what's going on here. So stay tuned, guys, for part 2 as we jump into Uyakra. The link will be here for that video. Shabbat Shalom, guys.